Alright, well, just, I said this in the last part, but maybe some people didn't watch that last part, so I'm gonna say in the beginning of this part, and probably in the description, this is pretty much going to be mainly, I don't know how long it will take me to talk to everyone, but it's a pretty lengthy time to talk to everyone, so I don't know if there will be any gameplay, as in, like, fighting, stuff like that, because we have to go in there, that little cavern there. Yeah, I'm looking right at it. We have to go there. That will lead to the king of the forest of fallen giants. But like I said, I like to talk to everyone. We have this guy, that guy over there, and a cat and a blacksmith.
You're
So without further ado,
undead,
I will
aren't
talk
you?
to the Blue Knight.
You have that distinct scent, the smell of irreversible fate. This is Majula. It is a kind of settlement. A place where life is almost normal. And in Drang Lake these days, there are very few places like that.
Before we continue talking to him, I hear the music just a little bit loud. So I'm going to turn it down just like that.
I am
I don't want the
Solden.
music. I'm really
like you,
skeptical,
I
I guess you
lost
would say, about
everything.
it ever since
And now
Bloodborne. The
I'm
music
here.
just overpowered everything in that game.
You probably heard that it was possible to break the curse here. Well, that's not true at all. There's nothing here for you.
I can't
me,
get over these
or
graphics.
anybody.
They're amazing.
Do you know much about souls? Even I'm not certain, but I'm told that the soul is the essence of life itself. Anything living, sentient or no, supposedly has one. What we call the curse is traceable to the soul. Do you see what that means? To be alive, to walk this earth. That's the real curse, right there. We undead will never die. And that's quite a predicament, really. There are 4 beings in this land with giant souls. And wherever you go from here, you'll sooner or later come up against them. Each has a powerful soul and a terrible curse. If that frightens you, then you ought to just give up right now. Like I have. Do you ever cry out for help? The journey of an undead is long and treacherous. You'll face invaders from other worlds at every turn. If you need help, why not proclaim faith in the Blue Sentinels? When you face danger, the Blue Sentinels will come to your aid. Protection is yours, if you wish. You need only accept their kind embrace.
So the way of the blue is basically, if you get invaded, other people, online people, not NPCs, but real people, will try to help you out. If I'm sure about that. I'm not sure how it works.
Decision.
I never did it.
People are weak,
or you interrupt me.
but the Blue Sentinels watch over us in their benevolence. Let the Sentinels cradle you in their embrace.
It's either this Covenant or the Blue Knights or something. It's the Blue Knights or something. It's basically another form of this guild, but like a higher tier, a higher level of it. Like, I think those actually are the people that protect you from invaders. So basically, I think invaders, invades your world. It's a 1v1, and then they get whiff of it, and it becomes a 1v2. Woohoo! Jolly cooperation right there. But I don't want any covenants. I have one covenant I have in mind that I will keep, which is the Sun Covenant, because I like praising the sun. Everyone likes praising the sun. Too bad I can't do it right now, or I would be doing it right now. And also the Dark Covenant, because I do want to go in the abyss and defeat that optional boss, which is kind of annoying because I hate
Do
that
you
boss.
feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway. It will grow on you, this place. Give it some.
Also, I think this guy is in Dark Souls 1 too. I think he was the guide, like when you escape the asylum. Spoiler, I know, but that happens right at the beginning. Who would have guessed? But anyway, I think this is the guide from the one, Dark Souls 1. I think they're the same people, same actor. I'm pretty sure he was in Bloodborne 2. I'm not sure. But he seems to be losing hope. Every game. Except for Bloodborne, I can't recall what one he was in that game, if he was.
Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you to the forest of the giants. There was once a great fort, but little of it remains. You may just find something there that will be of use on your journey, but don't venture too far inside, or you might not come back. Hade's Tower of Flame lies beyond the far gate. In the cathedral, the Apostles of Blue gather, but the road leading there is perilous. The gate is rigged with some contraption. But how it works, I just don't know. Have you seen that pit, that gaping hole in the earth? I don't know what it's like down below, but I wouldn't suggest trying to find out. Besides, you'll never make it down there. Not without a ladder of some sort.
These are all useful hints. Those are 3 places that we have to go, because 3 main bosses are in each one. Well, somewhat 3 main bosses. 2 definitely. That hole we can't get down without a ladder, or we can fall down if we have enough health and the silver cat ring.
The flame you see there is a bonfire.
Did we
They
already hear this?
exist all across. If you are the flame, long ago, a woman called a firekeeper watched over each bonfire. She kept the flame lit and guarded it from those who would extinguish it. But did you notice any letters on the ground on the way here? These are messages that have jumped the fissures between worlds.
We can't see any letters on the ground because we're not online.
The flow of time is convoluted. Things shift and waver, twist and turn, poignant wishes, dashed dreams. The messages convey our very inner thoughts. If your will to soldier on falters, try leaving a message. You may notice symbols. These are, if... Do you see the way?
Yeah, okay, he's repeating now. Alright, so we have him down, the thing down, and now him. Let's talk to the blacksmith, which is really short.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Just help me open this door. I packed my tools in here, seeing it was vacant, but now somebody's gone and locked the door. I'm a blacksmith. I'm nothing without my tool. Bring me that key. Chop chop.
And see, this is what I don't understand. The window is right here is broken. Why doesn't he just climb through it? He can easily climb through it. Or ask someone in town. Like, there's many people here willing probably to help him. I'm just saying that. Use common sense. Like, there's a window there, not that far up from the ground. You can easily climb it. Like, I can peer in it, so I can climb it probably. But no, he wants us to get a key, which we will find later in the game. Okay, so what now? Should we talk to the cat or the beggar? Not a beggar, but a merchandise person. We'll talk to
hello there.
this guy, Merlgan, something.
Well, welcome to my shop. I'm Morlin.
Morlin.
And I sell armor. Oh, sorry, Please do have a look at my wares. I could really use the business. If you'd be so kind.
So he's actually kind of a cool
Well,
character. We'll talk to him in a minute while I explain myself. He's actually kind of a cool character because he's all timid and shy and kind of saying, "Would you please look at my shops?" You know, stuff like that. But once you buy enough of him and spend enough money, like a certain amount of money, he becomes this rich snob type of deal. And it's actually kind of funny because his
Do take a look at my...
his thing evolves in a character like that.
I came from the west, from Volgan.
I found it interesting.
Have you been there?
I never spend money from him, though.
With trade. Very competitive, of course. And you have to grease the wheels to get anywhere. But I didn't have the funding for that, so I left home in hopes of striking gold. It's been years since then, and I've made very little headway. I don't even know why I'm still here. Everything's all run down and dying. It's terrible for business, really. A group calling themselves the Blue Sentinels have gained much power in Volgan. You can't even run a shop without their blessing. They claim to be working for the greater good, but it's absolute hogwash. Oh, by the gods, why the...
Okay, he's just repeating. Alright, we can't get in the mansion. I think it's called that, quote-unquote, the mansion. I'm not sure. Every time I think of the mansion, I think of Resident Evil 1. But anyway, we can't get into this. We need a key, which we will find later. But Kale something, his name. Where's the cat? Now, this is my character. Like, this is a pretty cool character.
Oh, undead, are we? And one without much time remaining.
She has a lot to say later in the games.
Just about ready to fall apart, I'd say. Not exactly the time to be chatting with a cat. Well, suit yourself. Oh yes, you may call me Shalqua. So, what did you want anyway? Ooh, you smell wonderful.
I think based on how many times you invade a person, she starts not liking your smell. Like, she comments on it or something, but if you don't invade something and you're good, I think she keeps saying that you smell good. I think that's actually kind of cool. I might be wrong about that. Completely wrong. But I don't know. I don't think I am. But she basically allows you to abandon covenants and check your covenants rank. Stuff like that. But as we do go on, like, progress the game, we kill people, the bosses, stuff like that, she starts opening her dialogue a little bit more.
This place is already dead.
Which is kind of cool.
Everything
I
will
will be
crumble
talking
and
to her a
waste
little bit
away
later.
so that something new may be born. Isn't it wonderful? This place is fat. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Are you going to see the old one? Those four who have grown so incredibly... They must have sprouted quite a thick coat of moss by now. For heaven's sake. No one even knows their names anymore. Imagine that. Yes, nothing like yourself, for you have a most pleasant scent. It grows nicer with each passing day. Have you made friends with the man by the sea? He's lost everything. Absolutely everything. The only thing he's good for now is a few tidbits on covenants. Covenants are a type of, well, contract, you might say.
Contract is actually a really good word for
something
covenants.
to gain something. That's the way humans like it, right? It might be just the thing you need. But what does a cat know? Did you see that oddly formed rock behind here? Long ago they called it Victor Stone, as I recall. If you wish to face greater challenges, although you'd just as well not. This place is all...
Okay, she's repeating.
Nothing suited you, I presume?
We will come back to her later in the game.
Dismaying.
Oh, she's still talking. This stone that she mentioned, called Victor's Stone, basically, if you pray to it in the Covenant, the enemies around you basically have a greater